Welcome back, and moving on to our second segment for today, talking more about the technology later on in Egypt, and especially that Egypt achieved a lot in this respect. Well, to discuss it in more details, it's a pleasure, of course, to have with us Dr. Islam Tharwat Abdel Halim. He's Assistant Professor of Computer Science and Engineering, Nile University, and Chair of the IEEE Consultants Network and the IEEE Computer Society. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. Thank you for hosting.
So first of all, we all know that Egypt achieved a lot in this respect, especially that now it goes up to A. What does this mean, and what's the implications of this on Egypt?
Thank you for the question. First, the information communication technology sector is one of the most important and vital sectors to achieve Egypt 2030 strategy. To give more explanation and clarification about this important point, let's first just go deeper into the criteria of how to select or classifying the countries. It's based completely on the publicly available information, and the criteria is composed of 6 pillars, 6 assessment criteria. The first one is the strategy. The second one is the policies and the governance, in addition to the procurement, in addition to the service delivery. So the strategy means Egypt has very clear and very comprehensive and mature enough strategy in the discipline of the digital transformation in terms of achievable goals and objectives with concrete timelines and smart objectives. This means that Egypt, during the past years, has the ability to produce digital governance in terms of all the services during the past 5 years. Starting 2019, Egypt put their strategy in the ICT sectors, and during the past years we were able to grow maybe from 3.2 to 5.5 in the GDP of Egypt. This also reflects the Egypt commitment to integrating all the technologies into the government services to provide for our citizens all the necessary information available for them, all the services. During the past years, I believe that all the Egyptians can have very wide range of services online. This also can reflect the importance of the digital transformation for Egypt in the upcoming years. So to attract more investment, to increase the trust between the citizens and the government, and also to provide more quality of life for all the Egyptians in the country.
Well, when we take a look on the global level and looking at the technology and all the developments that took place, and we ask about our competitiveness in this respect, how do you see it and what is it?
Definitely, it's a very hard question to talk about this point exactly, but Egypt in the ICT sector is one of the leading, by the way. Egypt has many competitive advantage, not only in our region, but globally. Egypt has a solid infrastructure. By the way, Egypt was gained the best fixed internet in Africa during the past 2 years. We have also our rank for our professional, the ratio between our professional to population is increased by 2 places to be the 4th globally in the ICT sector. So Egypt has developed many capacity building programs for enhancing our capabilities for the ICT, not only about the quantity but also about the quality, to increase our youth capabilities in many technological aspects and disciplines. So we have now the human resources, the professional, the technological innovation, and also it's integrated with the commitment of the government, the support of the government through the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology throughout its many entities like ETIDA, like NETRA, like ITI. So
do we have a cooperation with the German agencies also in this respect when it comes to the e-government?
yes, this is one of our enabling pillars, to have many partnership and collaboration with several international authorities in this discipline. So this kind of support, we can build some collaboration between the Germany, the India, the USA, and all the important countries are more advancing. But the most important is to how to, customize this partnership to ensure the mutual benefits between Egypt. We can provide our resources. Egypt is very rich by its ability of the human resources, by their advancing in the technology, and also as a market, in compared with other markets, we can consider the amount of salary compared to the European or the American nations. We can provide a competitive salary for our youth. So we can integrate with them. It's not about just getting more support or try to get some fund to reach our progress in the digital transformation journey of the Egyptian government, but it's about how we can also have good impact on the world by providing more calibers, more talented people. So it's really important to build like global partnership, and also with our MENA region, with our Arabic countries. It's really important to have some aligned vision together to provide something for the Arabic countries. So it's really important to have, and Egypt has developed many collaboration and partnership during the past years.
So how to benefit from launching the national strategy for e-commerce in cooperation with the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development?
It's also important to position Egypt as one of the ICT hub, not only for providing just the technology. It's about to integrate the technology with other businesses. The e-commerce is one of the major and one of the most vital or most important business needs around the globe. So the e-commerce now is moving, especially after the COVID and after the pandemic. So many businesses are shifted to provide online services, online complete service portfolio. We can find also many billions of dollars for investment in the entrepreneurship. So attracting more foreign investment is about to provide more opportunities to the startups, to the companies who would like to join the e-commerce sector. The e-commerce is like the fintech company. By the way, Egypt is classified one of the top 3 companies in the MENA region to attract more companies in the fintech technology and the healthcare technology. So the e-commerce is one of the most important sectors, but also we can extend this kind of investment to include all other sectors. This will allow us to attract more investment through integrating the technology with the education, with the entrepreneurship abilities.
So from your position, especially that you moved on in different positions on the international level and reaching the last one, the IEEE Computer Society. So when we talk about the future of technology, or how do you see Egypt in the upcoming future, how this will reshape the way we are dealing in our daily life in general?
Well, especially
taking into consideration we're talking about the youth.
Yes, the youth is the key player, by the way, in the future. We should trust them. They have all needed resources and the capabilities of the terms of the knowledge, of the terms of the skills. They just need us to give them the right direction. So in terms of the future is very and incredibly promising, by the way. I can see many great young people in Egypt having the capabilities to compete with all the youth. I have visited India and USA in the past year. I can assure for you that the Egyptian youth are very promising, by the way, in terms of their intellectual skills, in terms of their ability to learn
They are eager
themselves.
to learn more about this in particular, actually.
They are eager and they have the capability, and they are they got more opportunities from the government, by the way, through many initiatives like the Digital Egypt Youth and the digital transformation programs. They are provided from the Ministry of MCIT. But in terms of the future, we just need also to focus on the technological teaching. It's not the scientific just to provide the knowledge. The future is not or will not be relying on just gaining more knowledge. It's about the competitive of to transform the knowledge or to apply the knowledge and to gain more skills in order to provide and to have some impact on the community. So we just need to give them the opportunity. By the way, at Nile University we have an initiative supported from the Egyptian Central Bank. It's called Nilepreneur. Its main objective is to integrate the entrepreneurship flavor with the education, and also with to provide some support for them. MCIT also established Creativa, which provide about 20 or 25 centers around all the countries to provide the opportunity for the youth people. So it's really important to focus on the education part, but we should move the education part from. I wish I heard yesterday from the Ministry of Education to provide the ICT as one of the most important in the curriculum of the secondary and preparatory years. So the technology is important to be learned in the early years.
So as even to learn to take the right side that we are looking for, instead of misusing the technology in general, especially I'm talking about the children, but talking also by providing more job opportunities. I mean, for entrepreneurship and for the SMEs and for the youth. Sometimes they are hesitated and they are scared from moving into more procedures of having their own business, for example. And on the other side, we can see others who are really achieving great success when it comes to working online and creating their own entities online. So tell us about the future of this.
It's really some acceptable differences between us. So some of us
Between the gap between generations.
It's normal and it's phenomenal. So, but this generation is, I think, it's digital by nature. So the student in the university now, maybe 20 years or 20 years, in their childhood they started to use the smartphone. We haven't used the smartphone because it wasn't there. So the smartphone started maybe less than 20 years. So it's
we were using the computer desk.
We would use the computer desk in some applications, but now all our life is based in the technology. It's based in the digital. We live in the digital world. We use the smart TV, the smartphone. We will live in smart cities. So it's all about to focus on how to use. You will not be able to find like a teacher without technology. It's not only to teach the technology for the computer science students. It should be must to teach for all the disciplines.
I think also it has to do with changing the concepts of the youth in general. I mean, instead of memorizing and just studying something as it is, I think now the core is not memorizing.
Of course. The way of teaching, the methodologies of teaching is changing around the globe from not just giving the knowledge is available. You can just Google it and find all the knowledge you need. But it's
This
about
is
how to
exactly
use.
what we can see these days, that the core now, even with the international curriculums, is searching.
Yes.
Here you have it, you search and find the best from each of the, for example, sites, or and get it out, for
Yes,
example.
and the curriculum of the computer science, by the way, changing every day. This maybe wasn't there decades ago, but for the example, IEEE and ACM are providing updates for the computer science curriculum is around the globe.
What's the role of this entity in particular? What are you doing exactly?
The IEEE can consider the most important entity for the engineering and electronic. It stands for Institute for Electronic and Electrical Engineering. It started in the US maybe 100 years ago, and its main objective to provide the standards of any technology that's providing in this discipline. So this is like the main entity that can contribute to the advancement of the technology and the use of the technology, and give like the license of any new protocol or new technology. So its main focus about the technology and how we can use the technology and leverage the technology for the benefits of the humanity. So they can contribute in the curriculum, in the conferences, in the with the
yes,
researchers.
do you provide any activities or
Yes.
tell us more? I mean, do you provide activities for the youth? Do you open the way for new ideas, for entrepreneurship or something of
Of
a
course.
sort?
By the way, Egypt during also the past 2 or 3 years have experienced many conferences related to the technology, and we hosted about more than 40 or 50 figures from the computer science discipline in the USA. We have hosted many professors from Europe, from India, from Colombia, from Europe. So we have in the upcoming, maybe in next of November, we will conduct like the Computer Society Congress in Egypt. It's not for only for the Egyptian, but it's for Region 8, for Europe, for Middle East, for Africa. So we will host many of youth people from all those domains in Egypt. We have provided more opportunities for a scholarship, for supporting the students to build their startups, to build their many initiatives. You can figure out a lot of opportunities for the students. But I just need all to focus about the emerging technologies. We are supporting the emerging technologies products. It's not about now about just give the knowledge or the skills of programming or networking or database or building the information system. No, it's about how to use or how to introduce the emerging technologies. Emerging technologies like the AI, like the blockchain, like the metaverse, the virtual reality. So integrating all the emerging technologies together to provide Egypt with, or to support the digital transformation of Egypt is of vital importance. We need to recognize that moving from the digitization to digitalization to digital transformation is a journey, and it's around how mature enough in terms of the strategy, the policies, and also the capabilities of the Egyptian. And the Egyptian, by supporting them to integrate.
I think the real challenge is this integration here, I mean, among all these sectors, because sometimes when you say technology in general, people, whatever related to technology, this is what will come to their mind. But actually, it looks like we have many items or sectors under the umbrella of the IT in general, especially that we can see this booming in the AI again.
Yes, it's really important to recognize the collaboration and the integration between all these entities. It's for example, for any kind of human who would like to use the social media. I was just thinking about if we are just talking together now, we will find maybe later on our social media that you talked about like this topic, you meet those people, so they can collect huge amount of information about us in order to provide like precise service or user experience that make us more attracted to their platform. So it's really important to recognize that it's called big data. is called real-time analytics. It's stored in the cloud computing and using the social media platform. So to provide this kind of information, it's must to correlate or to cooperate between many technologies. You cannot, and also the AI to provide the required analytics for this huge amount of data.
It's a very big topic actually that we need to talk a lot about it, because definitely we're just picking up some headlines.
Yes.
But also the main concern is taking benefit of it, because this is very dangerous actually on the other side. If we don't have this awareness how to use it and how to follow and how to search for the right information and to understand what is it exactly about when it comes to the AI, this is another challenging part. So at the end, Dr. Islam Tharwat Abdel Halim, Assistant Professor of Computer Science and Engineering at the Nile University and Chair of IEEE Computer Society, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for hosting. Delighted to be with you. Thank you.
With this, we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on Nile TV International.